Life is an adventure. Search for everything except love and death. They will find you when the time comes. Start asking yourself, what would I do if I didn't care? And then, do that. Not in a reckless way, not in an unkind way, but in a way that frees you. Free from the imaginary rules. Free from the pressure to please everybody. Free from the fear of judgment, the fear of failure, the fear of not being enough. Your brain doesn't need more overthinking. It needs a new default. It needs peace. So, breathe. Let go of the noise. Ask the real questions. What would I do if I wasn't afraid? What would I do if I didn't care what they thought? Now, do that. Start small. Start messy. But start. Because freedom isn't found in thinking more. It's found in acting true. Most people don't live freely. They exist inside invisible cages. No bars, no chains. Just fear. Fear of not being accepted. Fear of disappointing others. Fear of being laughed at for trying. Fear of failure, or worse, fear of success. You see it in their eyes. The quiet hesitation before they speak. The self-doubt before they create. The apology in their tone when they express something real. They call it being careful. But it's not careful. It's caged. They wear masks every day, smiling when they want to cry, agreeing when they want to shout, pretending they're okay because they think vulnerability is weakness. But the truth? It's the strongest thing you'll ever be. The world tells you to chase perfection, to be enough. But enough for who? There's always someone prettier, richer, smarter, louder, luckier. And there's always someone behind you who thinks you are those things. So the race never ends. You keep running, keep chasing, keep striving for something that doesn't exist. Until one day, you wake up tired. Not from the work, but from the pretending. You realize your life isn't yours. It's a collage of other people's expectations. And that's the moment, the sacred, painful, beautiful moment, when you begin to wake up. Because only then do you start asking, what if I stopped trying to be enough for them and started being true to me? Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop carrying what's not yours. Let go of their opinions. They change like the wind. Let go of your past. It already taught you what it needed to. Let go of the idea that you need to be perfect. Nobody's watching that closely anyway. People forget this. Most of the time, no one is watching. They're too busy worrying about themselves. So why live like the world is a stage? Why perform when you could just be? You owe no one a performance. You owe yourself the truth. That's the secret freedom nobody talks about. The quiet confidence of not needing to prove anything. We wait too long to start. We tell ourselves we'll begin when it's perfect, when we're healed, when we're certain, when we're sure. But here's the truth. You'll never be ready. And that's okay. Start with shaky hands. Start with a trembling voice. Start when your heart still hurts, when your mind still doubts. Start because life rewards the brave, not the perfect. Every great dream started with one small, uncertain step. The book you admire began with one bad sentence. The song that moves you began with a single broken note. Perfection is not the goal. Authenticity is. There's a voice in your head that won't stop talking. It says, "You're not ready. You're not good enough. What will people think?" But that voice isn't truth. It's habit. It's your brain replaying old fears like a broken record. You've heard it so long that you think it's you, but it's not. It's just noise. And you don't have to fight the noise. You just have to stop dancing to its rhythm. Because when you finally quiet it, you'll hear something softer. Your intuition, your soul, the part of you that already knows what to do. It takes courage to be seen, really seen. Not the filtered version, not the polite version, not the edited highlight reel. Your real you, with your cracks, your mess, your laughter, your contradictions. The world doesn't need another perfect mask. It needs your honest face. Someone out there needs your kind of truth, your kind of voice, your kind of light. And they'll never see it if you keep hiding behind "what will people think." So stand there, own it, speak it, even if your voice shakes. That's what real confidence is, doing it scared. No one's going to call you one morning and say, "Hey, it's your time now. You're allowed to live fully." It doesn't work like that. You give yourself permission to laugh too loud, to rest when you're tired, to change your mind, to walk away from what drains you, to start again at 30 or 50 or 70. Life doesn't come with a deadline for becoming who you are. You don't need validation. You need vision. The world belongs to those who stop waiting and start creating. Freedom isn't always dramatic. It's not quitting your job and moving to another country. Sometimes it's as simple as saying no without guilt, eating alone without feeling lonely, dancing without recording it, speaking your truth without explaining it. That's real power. It's quiet. It's soft. It's steady. The kind of power that doesn't shout. It just is. Every time you choose honesty over approval, you reclaim a little piece of yourself. We are all unfinished stories, and that's okay. Because unfinished means growing. Don't rush your process. Don't compare your chapter 2 to someone's chapter 20. There's beauty in the between. There's glory in the becoming. There's meaning in the mess. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you're meant to be for your next step to make sense. If fear didn't exist, what would you do? Would you start that business? Write that book? Tell that person how you feel? Move to that city? You already know the answer. The only thing standing between you and that life is a story you've been telling yourself about what's possible. Change the story, and you change your world. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be willing. Fear will always be there. It just doesn't get to drive. You don't need to become a different person. You just need a new default setting. When your mind starts to spiral into overthinking, try this. Instead of asking, "What will they think?" ask, "What will I think if I don't try?" Instead of saying, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if I fly?" Instead of fearing judgment, remember this. Everyone you admire was once afraid too. They just acted anyway. So, this let be your new mantra. I choose truth over fear. Repeat it until your heart believes it. Acting true doesn't mean being loud. It doesn't mean being rebellious for attention. It means being aligned. Heart, words, and actions in harmony. Do the things that make you come alive, not because they make sense to others, but because they make sense to you. True action flows from peace, not pressure. When you're true, even your silence has power. Every act of self-honesty is a quiet revolution. Every time you say, "This is who I am," you shift the world a little. Because authenticity is contagious. When one person stands in truth, others find the courage to do the same. That's how change begins. Not in noise, but in courage. One day you will look back and realize, no one was really watching. No one was keeping score. The people you were afraid of disappointing weren't even thinking about you that much. And you'll laugh, not out of regret, but relief, because you'll finally see how much time you wasted living by invisible rules. That's when you'll start living for real, doing what you love, saying what you mean, being who you are. And that's when you'll feel something you've been chasing your whole life: freedom. Life is an adventure. Search for everything except love and death. They will find you when the time comes. Until then, chase truth, chase peace, chase what sets your soul on fire. And when the fear starts whispering again, remember this: freedom isn't found in thinking more. It's found in acting true.